Hello everyone, I'm Alex, and I like play chess with my 80-year-old father. Sometimes he defeats me, sometimes I defeat him, and I suppose he loses because he sees a distorted chessboard. Several millions of elderly people around the world suffer from age-related macular degeneration. But why does it happen? As you know, an eye has light-sensitive tissue on its inner surface that is called retina. However, the degradation of photosensitive cells leads to distortion, for instance, of central vision. Unfortunately, many available treatments can only slow down the degradation on the earlier stage. But what should we do when a significant amount of photoreceptors has been already lost? When a person partially or even completely lost his vision, how can we stimulate unaffected retinal cells? What can convert light into the stimulus for them? This problem can be solved by means of photosensitive protein that is called bacteriorhodopsin. Bacteriorhodopsin has been discovered in some species of single-celled organisms. But this protein acts as a proton pump. In other words, it uses visible light for translocation of hydrogen ions. The membrane assembled from bacteriorhodopsin is able to generate a sufficient amount of hydrogen ions in order to stimulate intact retinal cells. This protein film forms the basis for a new type of retinal implant, which will have high resolution, won't require energy supply, and could function without external complementary devices. However, the protein has to be still modified in order to meet all the requirements for usage in the retinal implant. During this process, the properties of protein film has to be controlled and examined. Who will agree to install new type of implant into his eye without pre-testing? Who will allow us to test it in human body without evaluating the properties of this protein film? My project aims to make test bench for estimation the efficiency of this proton pump. I will design a chip that can measure the concentration of hydrogen ions and light intensity. During the test, we want to know how much light was consumed by this protein membrane in order to generate some amount of hydrogen ions. Is it enough to stimulate remaining retinal cells? And now I face a dilemma. Do I want to help my father to defeat me more frequently? Of course, yes, because it's not only improved quality of his life, but also it pushed me play better chess. This research is another step on the way to restore eyesight for millions of people who suffer from this kind of disease. Thank you.